What's up? Welcome to my live. Here we go. It's kind of crooked. Why is it crooked? Let me fix something here real quick. My tripod is kind of Noah, what's up? Juan, what's up? My tripod is kind of broken. Nothing I can do about that. Julius, what's up? Wangbang, what's up? Just fixing my tripod here real quick. Alright, I think that's that'll do. It was crooked. How much longer do you have in the Navy? Chuck, I have three more years. Let's see. Technical difficulties. Skylar, what's up? Let's see if I can find. Good morning, MX. Let's see if I can find my live on my computer here. I think I need a new tripod. It's kind of crooked, right? I think it's kind of. Alright, so I'm sitting up straight. Yeah, pretty sure this is kind of crooked. You're gonna re-enlist after 3 years. As of right now, I really don't want to. Maybe for shore duty. You know, shore duty is pretty easy, relaxed, and chill. And I think I would enjoy it. But that all depends, you know, where I am in my life at that point. It's kind of bothering me how it's crooked, right? It's definitely kind of crooked a little bit. Just a little bit, tad bit. Alright, I'm uploading my live here so I can see all the questions or whatever you guys want to ask. How's everyone's day on this Saturday? I'm gonna do a short live video, probably like 30 minutes to an hour. My mom was a Seabee. What do you think of Seabees? Vote today. What's up? I think Seabees are pretty cool. You know, the only thing that I know about them, I've met like 2 Seabees in my career so far that I know of. All I know of them is like they're builders. They build, you know, buildings, barracks, whatever the case may be, and they're also trained in combat, which is I think pretty cool. But I just heard, you know, it's extremely difficult for them to get promoted and stuff like that. So a lot of people have a hard time staying within the CB rate, and they end up getting re-rated into something else. Are the barracks nice going in as corpsmen? I don't know about corpsman barracks, you know, wherever their school is at in Cali or whatever. But barracks all depends on where you live. You know, where my friend lives in PPV, Virginia, it's pretty nice. Right across the street, there's a PPV called Huntington Hall that I used to live in. If you see my older videos, that's where I used to live. And those were all right. You know, there were cockroaches and stuff like that, but, you know, that happens. I don't think it's really crooked. You don't think so? You can't really notice it by looking at me, but like for me looking at the tripod, I feel like it's a little bit crooked. But I always wanted another tripod anyway, so I think it's okay. Have you ever been in a World War II ship and compared it to the newer ships today? I have not. I only imagine it's going to be like, you know, a widely big difference. That dude, boot camp next week, awesome. Awesome. Let me know how it is after you finish. Anyone seen my Instagram stories? the Instagram stories on my Instagram, and also the Instagram stories that I uploaded as a video format. You know, give me some feedback here. You like it? You don't like it? Change something about it? Q&As. Chug the water. There's barely any, Michael. More Q&As within the video. More, you know, showing the ship. Give me some feedback here. Switch your brand to Space Corp. Channel tags. What's your average schedule? My average schedule currently, right now, I am TAD to how's that LS life. I don't really do a lot of LS work. If you see my Instagram story, I do a lot of you know, hotel services or production work. You know, I have worked as an LS for a while. You know, it's all right. You know, I personally don't enjoy it because, you know, I'm not really interested in LS all too much. But, you know, for those of you who, you know, really like LS, it's very easy and it's enjoyable. But my average schedule is, right now, my work starts at 0900 and it finishes at 15:30. So 15:30, so 6.5 hours of work. So it's pretty, you know, I'm not working a lot of hours right now, you know, luckily. A long time ago, you know, I used to work, you know, 60 hours, 70 hours a week. So it's a lot more relaxed and I have a lot more free time now. And, you know, thanks to it, I'm going to NC PACE, taking college classes, NC PACE. Do you have any advice on investing? FX Devo. If you have seen my investing video, you know, you can check that out. I'm going to add more to it. I might make one of the more updated what happened right now. It's gone down, my stocks. My stocks have suffered. But that's how stocks are. Advice on investing, just learn as much as you can, and, you know, have a good chunk of money, and, you know, start playing around with it, and see how that takes you and where that takes you. Wang Bang, I'm going into the Navy with about 5,000 in the bank just from working in high school. Do you think I should invest that money when I get into the Navy? Wang Bang, I personally think you should make sure that you know what you're doing with your money first, right? You know, for, you know, having a financial goal coming into the military, whatever you want to do, you know, by the time you get out of the military. But I mean, investing while you're in the military is always like the most ideal thing, right? But you have to understand, you're putting in money that you're risking to lose it all. So the $10,000 I have in my stock account, you know, I'm putting that $10,000 because I'm willing to lose it all if need be. Something called compound interest. Yeah, see, I don't really know how that works. You know, people say that's the most ideal thing to do, but I don't really know how that works. Hey Yoon, I recently took the ASVAB for the Army and I scored a 93, so I was able to qualify for 31B Bravo, which is military police for the Army. Awesome. Now, compound interest is something like, you know, I don't know the exact definition or exactly how to describe it, but it's something like, you know, let's say I put in $1,000 on investing on something, right? And, you know, each month it increases by 10%, right? You know, so it's $1,000 and $100. Compound interest is something like you put $1,000 and $100, and next month, you know, a month later, it increases to $10 again. So it's like $1,111. No, 1,200 and whatever. So it like adds on to whatever whatever it is that you've already put in. Have you met a vegan? Yes, I have met a vegan in your time in the military while you've been enlisted. I'm a vegan. My recruiter said it would be viable. So I have met some, I do know some vegans. I have some LSs that are vegans, and okay. So it's difficult. One of my vegan friends, like, she always complains because, you know, money is taken out of her, you know, the military gives you money, BAS, for food, and it's taken right back out because you eat in the ship, right? So you can technically request to get a special vegan meal made for you. But my vegan friend, she doesn't really like it. She doesn't really like eating the ship, food in the ship. So, you know, she's all right, you know, but she just doesn't like it. But I would say, you know, it's viable. You can do it. You know, there's, you know, yes, they serve vegetables. Not the freshest thing in the world, because I've tasted fresh vegetables, and, you know, what they serve in the ship, it's not the freshest vegetables. It's still okay. It's still edible. You know, my lunch is always comprised of like lettuce and, you know, onions and, you know, garlic and stuff like that, because I'm trying to go on a little bit of a diet. How can you be a vegan all around all that meat? Hey, can you own firearms in the Navy? While you are in service, yes. You know, if you have your own place, like your own house, yeah, you can have your own firearms. You just can't, you know, there's certain rules to it. I don't know exactly, but, you know, you can't bring your own firearms to base, right? You can't bring a handgun and put it in your car and drive into base, because any base or any ship, that's a big no-no. But as long as you have your own place, you can own your own firearms. Noah. Kind of. What was I working on? Description tags. These are my upload. No, these are offload defaults. How do you create channel tags? Click the blue square in the top right corner of the page, my channel, under click channel settings. Okay. I gotta get upload what's called like channel tags. Okay. Do you know anything about ship servicemen? SHs? Yeah, they you know, they're within the supply department. SHs cut hair, barbers, stock up food in the vending machines, work in the ship store. You know, the ship store has food that can be purchased for people, T-shirts and, you know, things to sell for the ship. Yeah, that's what SHs do. Speaking about investing, 42CT, have you heard about Wealthfront or Betterment? I did not. Or are the investing options with the military TSP better? I've got $5,000 I want to invest, and I'm considering a Roth RA with it. If you're going to be in the military, TSP, I think it would be better. Because it's a government-run program, and I forgot exactly, you know, what it is, but their overall cost of keeping your portfolio and, you know, investing money for you is a lot cheaper than others. You know, there was this lady who broke it down to me and showed me everything related to TSP. But, you know, if you're in the military and you want to be in it for 5 years, going with TSP is my recommendation. You know, I don't really, you know all these investing websites and, you know, retirement websites, but I like to keep it simple. I don't like to do anything, you know, complicated. So when it comes to investing, keep it simple. Go with what's the proven tried and true, which is a government organization like Thrift Savings Plan. From your recent head shaving, were you required? I was not required, or was it my personal choice? It was my personal choice, Francisco. Staring Grook 62, what's up? All this smart people talk. Stock talk. Julius, would you ever did the army? So I did talk to a not too long ago, about 2 weeks ago, I talked to a Army E8. What's an Army E8? Let's see. Army E8. He said he was like a staff sergeant or something. There we go. E4, E6, E7. Yeah, I talked to a master sergeant and first sergeant not too long ago. Very cool guy. And I was talking to him. I was like, I don't think if he did 23 years in the army, and I was like, I don't know if I could have done the army. I don't like the idea of bullets flying at me and stuff like that. And his main message was be disciplined. Whatever they teach you in the army, in the military, it's to help you, to protect you. Not everybody goes to combat, and I thought about, and he said, have you ever considered the army? I think so, because from what he said, right? Because I'm Korean, I would love to go to Korea, right? And in Korea there is a army base for the American forces, and he said because you're Korean, if you requested it, you could have went to Korea. So for that reason, I would have went. My friend is in Korea right now. He's in the army, and he's just having a blast. Trayvon Powell, thank you for your support. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Adam, what's up? Have a good day, Trayvon. Have you been in a sub? Noah Boggs, have you been in a sub? I have not been in a sub. I've seen it. It's huge. You might think like a sub is like a very small ship, but it's actually like a lot bigger than what you expect. First Sergeant Yoon, sign me up on Space Corps. Space Corps. I know, dude. Like I want to get out in 5 years, right after my 3-year contract. 5-year contract, which is 3 more years. If like an opportunity happened, they're like, hey, if you want to join the Space Corps, you can re-enlist for 3 years. Then I would say, yeah, sign me up. Let me try out this Space Corps thing, and I'll be the first to try it out. And I think that'd be pretty cool. Hopefully I get a carrier. I like the carrier life. I'm a people person. I like to be surrounded with people, not like 20 people, because in a small ship, right? Because if you don't like half the people, then you're kind of stuck with them for like 2 to 3 years. But on a big carrier where there's 3,000 to 5,000 people, if you don't like somebody, you don't really necessarily have to talk to them. And I keep a very close group of friends, because you might think, well, in a small ship, you can have a small group of people that you're very close with. I do that too. I hang out with 2 guys, and I'm very close with them. And if you don't like somebody, you only work with them for a couple months or maybe a year, and everyone gets rotated into different positions and different jobs, so everybody gets a different experience working in a carrier. So if you don't like somebody, you don't have to work with them for your whole 5 years. But on a small ship, you don't have that choice. What is security clearance process like? Game Spectre, I don't know. I'm not too sure. I'm sure they'll just check. One reason, I have one friend who doesn't have security clearance, and one of the reasons why he didn't have any security clearance was because he had debt, college and student loan. So I'm sure that's one of them. You know, having some sort of debt is going to prevent you from that. What do you do in recreation? What do I do for recreation? Make YouTube videos, you know, research YouTube videos, watch YouTube videos, David Dobrik, you know, Philip DeFranco, Fail Army, Win Army, dance, I break dance, and that's really it. And I go to school part-time and see pace within the ship, and yeah. I'm at work now. Will you make another live stream later tonight, Mr. Derper Nation? I might. I don't know if I'll have the time, but I might. I'm going to try my best. Ambulance. Iceman, what's up? What's the internet situation like on base and on the ship as far as price and internet speed? So on the ship, you know, you can only use the government computers for, you know, email, and Facebook's all right, YouTube's all right. You can't, you know, be streaming, you know, internet videos, inappropriate videos, or, you know, anything that has potential virus, because if that happens, you know you're going to get yelled at. So you can't use the ship's internet for your own personal use. Like, you can't get a Wi-Fi password and connect it to your phone or your laptop. You just can't do that. So internet in base, it varies. Internet on the ship, I mean, on the base, it varies, right? Depending on where you are, your location. So when I used to live across the street from where my friend lives right now, this is a government housing. Right across is a government barracks where multiple people live in one room. But in this government housing, one person lives in one room. So when I used to live in the barracks, when, you know, I used to make my videos, you know, a year ago in the stairs and in the gym, you know, internet sucked over there. The internet was terrible. It would take like 7 hours to upload a 4-minute video. But over here in government housing, the internet's pretty alright. You know, I do lag sometimes. If you see my live videos at night, you know, it does break up. So the internet's still okay. So for example, if I wanted to play League of Legends, right, I sometimes play League of Legends during the day when nobody is using the internet. You know, I can play it perfectly fine. But when it starts to become like 12 o'clock and people are starting to use the internet, then, you know, it starts to lag and I can't use it anymore. Then, you know, I click to go to the middle of the map and then I freeze, and next thing I know that I'm dead. So internet, you know, in personal housing, it's all right. You know, it's still, I can still use it functionally perfectly fine. So it really depends on where you go with internet. So in terms of price, there is a place called MWR, Moral Welfare Recreation. So if you go to a big MWR, you know, there are small MWRs, it has like gyms, swimming pools, internet, you know, recreational activities. If you go to a big one, their price is like $20 for, you know, very low package internet. You know, you can use it on your device, and also Nikki, what's up? You can use it on your device and also on your laptop, right? You know, cell phone and your laptop, and it's a very base package. I've seen people pay $50 each month for the highest internet package at the MWR, and they play League of Legends on it perfectly fine. So yeah. And I see some people, like, you know, the nukes, the reactor people, they buy the Verizon wireless. If you plug it into your laptop and, you know, you get the internet connection. I forgot exactly what that's called, but, you know, they do that, you know, 32 gigabytes, and they play games with that. So there's a bunch of stuff that you can do. Nice. Meta Musil. What's a Meta Musil? Okay, hold on. How long do you have to wait for base housing? Okay. Hold on. Okay. What are your thoughts on the recent Navy ships crash in Japan? You know, I don't know what happened. I'm sure more details will come about it, and the Navy will learn from it, and whoever the captain is might get fired. But, you know, it's unfortunate that happened, and I pray for those who were fallen, and just learn from it and move on. How long do you have to wait for base housing? Where I am, it's anywhere from like 6 to 9 months. Beautiful bastard. Thank you, Noah. I wouldn't think breakdancing was your thing. It's because back when I was in middle school, it was 7th grade, I watched a movie called Step Up 2. Then I was with my friend, I was like, yeah, let's try that. And, you know, Step Up 2 is hip hop. But we thought it was breakdancing, so we just did it and watched YouTube videos, and it just happened. How often do you stay on duty? Where I am, it depends where you go. You know, some bases, you know, if you have a short command, it's like once every like, you know, couple months. But where I am, you know, it's like once every 8 days. You can buy. How is LS? That's actually my job. I go to boot camp September 19th. And your advice. LS is pretty good. You know, you get a lot of hookups, like supply hookups. You know, supply looks out for supply. You know, so within supply department, there's the CSs, there's SHs, right? So we all help each other in terms of like getting hookups with supply. So if you need a haircut, right, SHs, you know, hook you up with that. As long as you hook them up, you know, back with either, you know, cleaning supplies whenever you need it, or, you know, whatever supply they're looking for. So I've gotten a lot of free stuff, like, you know, Gerbers, you know, Leathermans. You know, Gerbers are like $60, like $100, depending on what you get, you know, and I get those because I need it for work, and, you know, they give it to me now. I use it for personal use. I have a Camelback where it stores water and I drink it. You know, I've gotten backpacks, boots, uniform, so you save a lot of money like that. Is government housing basically living off base? Depending on, yeah. So this is off base, right? But there are government housing that are within base. So it's two separate things. The orange bottle. How do you... Nikki, how do you even know like what this is? Like, this is my friend's house. This is my friend's stuff. So the bottle was literally like this, and he just knew what it was. 4-in-1 multi-health helps you feel less hungry between meals, help you maintain healthy blood sugar levels, promote lower cholesterol, promotes digestive health. Orange smooth, sugar-free. Daily fiber supplement. Make a change. Maybe I'll try this. I've never tried that. For those of you who don't know who Nikki is, Nikki MGTV, check out his channel. Press that subscribe button. I can't wait until I go to California, man. Stuck in Virginia for 2 years. I'm stuck here forever. And it's the last place that I wanted too. I didn't want to be in the East Coast. I specifically requested overseas or West Coast. But they were like, nope. You go over there. Can I bring my Xbox to A school? Yeah. The thing in the background, that's the it's orange. Is it easy to get shipped to Japan, or can you influence where they send you? Like, for example, if you're able to speak Japanese, would it increase your possibility of being sent there? CT42, at the end of the day, I don't think language plays a role all too much in the Navy. In the Army, I think so. But, you know, I speak Korean. Right, I can read, write, and speak Korean, and I know the culture, but, you know, I'm not sent to Japan, right? You know, granted, Japanese and Korean are two different things, but I understand the culture better than all other people's that were everyone else that was sent to Japan. But, you know, that didn't work out. And for LS A school, they made us write, hey, you know, where would you like to go on a scale of 1, 2, 3, 3 being what you want the most and 1 being what you want the least. They give us 3 options, right? Overseas, East Coast, West Coast. So I wrote 3, what I want the most, overseas, 2, West Coast, 1, East Coast, and, you know, I got stuck with East Coast. Now, it's not going to be like that when you choose, right? It might be. At the end of the day, it's whatever the Navy needs. Whatever the Navy needs, they're going to send you. But sometimes you do have a choice, right? Sometimes if the availability is there, you are given a choice. But it's definitely not a guarantee. For your first time around, for your first contract, it's definitely not a guarantee that you're going to get what you want. So at the end of the day, just expect to be put in somewhere that, you know, you might not, you might think that, you know, you didn't think to be in. I want Norfolk on a carrier, maybe I will be on the Lincoln. You could. You definitely could. Did you request to be an LS? Yes, I did. Logistics specialist. But later on, I changed my mind and I was like, hey, talking to my recruiter, I was like, I want to be an MC. And my recruiter basically lied to me and said no. Long story short. Just woke up, Caleb, what's up? Chug that Gatorade. It's not even mine, and there's change in it. There's money in it. What should I bring to boot camp? For Navy boot camp, you can't really bring anything other than you know, a watch, functional watch, a good watch. Nothing faddish, nothing like gold and silver because you can't wear that in boot camp. Something plain black like this. You know, I have a G-Shock. I either recommend a G-Shock or Timex. Timex I like better because the alarm function is much better than the G-Shock. The G-Shock, the alarm function sucks. And another thing you can bring to you is your wallet that you can keep throughout boot camp, right? If you wear clothes and bring your cell phone, you're gonna have to send that back. And you have to pay $50 to send it back. So either don't bring a cell phone and wear clothes that you're going to throw out, or bring clothes that you like and bring your cell phone and, you know, call your parents before you enter recruit training command and talk to your parents for one last time within 2 months. So within your wallet, $40 is good, right? I recommend $50. You know, bring 10 ones, 2 5s. 10 ones, 2 5s, one $10 bill, and one $20 bill. So that makes it 50. Nice and easy, right? Also, bring your credit card, debit card. At the end of boot camp, you have the option to buy, you know, option to buy like a boot camp T-shirt or boot camp pictures. So you will need your credit card for that. Also, within your wallet, make sure you have your home address, family address, you know, home phone number, your parents' phone number, any phone number that you want to call, like your girlfriend, uncle, you know, cousins, an address book, the address of your home, you know, your girlfriend, to write letters and send them. And yes, all your social security card. You don't need your birth certificate. Can you bring over-the-counter medicine if it's a condition on file? I've got allergies and dependent for XYZ. I don't know how to say that. So you have to check with your recruiter, and it has to get approved through MEPS. You can't just bring any medication. You have to get it approved. So yeah. Yes, but there are some people that brought their own medication for certain conditions, and they were able to bring it. Whenever we take showers, are we allowed to have lotion and deodorant? Yes, you're able. You are given some lotion and deodorant, but throughout boot camp, you go to the NEX, Naval Exchange, and you are able to purchase some lotion and deodorant. So yeah. Oh man, kind of getting tired. Where did you go for LSA school? I went to Meridian, Mississippi. How was the PRT test? For me, my run sucked. My push-ups, I did like 86, so that's outstanding high. Sit-ups, I think I did like 67, which is I think a good high. But for my run, my run was terrible. I need to work on my run. I got 13:13, which is almost a fail. 13:30 is a fail for my age. I definitely need to work on my run. In A school, do I have to buy a TV, and would you suggest it? It depends, right? Your A school might have a TV inside, but it might not be the best thing, like the flat screen like you would want. I mean, if your A school is like, 9 months, it's like an extremely long period of time. It's something definitely to consider. If your A school is only like a month long, I think you can go without, you can use the A school TV that they have for like a month. Now, each facility is going to have a MWR, and in MWR they do have separate rooms for like gaming rooms, so you can use those. So go to your A school, find out, see if you can use the MWR gaming facility, bring your own Xbox and controller and game, but sometimes they have it provided, different games and stuff, and try it out and see how it works. Mine's 5 week. I'm debating on bringing my Xbox. What's your opinion on warrant officers versus officers commission? Warrant officers, I don't exactly know what they do. For example, within the carrier, the structure for the CSs, right? There's the normal E3 and below CSs, and then there's the third classes, and then the E5s called the galley, the watch captain. So a galley is maintained by an E5, which is the watch captain. All the food cooking is maintained by the E5. Then the E5 answers to the E6, which is a first class. And there's a bunch of first classes for a bunch of different sectors. And then there's the chiefs, and then the chiefs answer to a senior chief, and then there's a senior chief and a master chief that answers to a warrant officer called the FSO, the food service officer. So, I mean, at the end of the day, if I had a choice, I'd be a commissioned officer instead of a warrant officer. Warrant officers, I think, is just a way from enlisted to an officer in a specific, area. I don't know exactly what warrant officers do, but it's another way to be an officer. Free Wi-Fi in A school? Maybe for your A school. For my A school, LS's, no. I had to pay for mine. I got the basic package for $20 a month. That's how I used to upload my videos when I was in A school. What advice can you give me about moving up in rank? I'm starting out as E1. So Terrence, definitely try to start out as E3. One thing that they have in the DEP program is if you bring 2 people and they enlist for the military, then you become an E3, right? So for example, for me, I want you to be better than me, right? I came in as E1. It took me from E1 to E2. It's an automatic. You have to be in it for 9 months. And from E2 to E3, it's another 9 months. And from E3 to E4, it's 6 months. So, I spent 2 years. I could have been a petty officer, 3rd class at least. If not, being ambitious, I could have been a 2nd class, right? E5 by now. If you came in as E3, so. Definitely try to come in as E3. Whether it's when you go to MEPS or when you go to boot camp, make sure you study your the DEP package, DEP study guide, and pick up E2 there, and then after that get a leadership position, whatever the case may be. In Jody Cha's situation, she was the EPO, Educational Petty Officer. I recommend RPOC, AROC, Master at Arms, Head PO, Laundry PO, Starboard Watch, and Port Watch, depending on which watch you're on. Yeah. Thanks for the shout out. So Terrence, yes. Make sure you come out as E3, whatever you do from boot camp. That's the goal. Come out as E3. Can you renew your contract with the Navy? Yes, it's called re-enlisting, Cyrus. So, for example, for me, right, I have a 5-year contract, 4 years active, 1 year extension, so 5 years. Close to the end, within my last year, they're gonna ask if I want to re-enlist, right? And I can re-enlist for, I think it's like 2 years or 3 years at a time. So that's, renewing my contract. Where was I born? Amonis. I was born in Korea, Seoul. And I came to America when I was 8 years of age. If you do bring stuff to a school, how do you move that stuff to your assigned location? So, for example, Francisco, right? What I recommend for those of you who want to bring your stuff from a school, let's say your a school is, in another state, right? So from Boot Camp, Illinois, you are going to go to the airport. So if you have your family, coming to your boot camp graduation, you meet up with your family at the airport and then get your luggage with all your stuff. And then you just bring it to your A school. And then from there, they're going to assign you to a room because, you're going to sleep in a room. And then there you go. That's the easiest way to bring your stuff to your assigned location. Did Jody, did EPO, did you get promoted? What do you know about CTIs? I got my handy dandy, the Blue Jackets manual here. Oh wait, you've gone through boot camp, so you have this. I already have a college degree, so I was automatically E3. CTs, I don't know too much about CTs. CTI is that the interpreters? Interpreter, yeah. One of my friends is, 2 of my friends is CTI. I haven't talked to them in a while, but, I have one friend who was unfortunately, he's a very smart dude, but he got dropped out of being a CTI because his A school is like a year long, and you take test after test, and he failed his final test from what he said, and then he got re-rated into a CS, which he's not too happy about. But CTIs, yeah, you have to learn a second language or know a second language. And I heard it's very difficult. And you do get a signing bonus. I think he said he got like $7,000 signing bonus, but then it was taken away because he got re-rated. Year and a half long A school. Yeah. So it's like over a year, because he just came to my ship like 3 months ago, and yeah. What do you know about MA? MA is military police. Well, MA is Master at Arms. They do security work for the ship or security work for the base, whatever facility, whatever they're assigned to. They are also in charge of, for example, last year when I went to Korea, I have to go through the MAs to get the approval, right? It's like, hey, I want to go to Korea. And they're like, cool. This is the course that you need to take, right? All these courses. So if you get kidnapped from, whatever terrorist group, this is what you have to say. So they, make you go through this training, and get a bunch of approvals and signatures, and make sure you're healthy. Get checked out with the, the HMs, the corpsmen. Make sure you're physically okay. The country that you're going to isn't hostile, or within the country that you're going to, these are the places that you are not allowed to visit, and you know, that's all I know about MAs. Good morning, Joseph. So in about 15 minutes here, I am going to close it out. I just want to do a quick live for the morning. Quick thing for those 13 of you who are here right now. What video do you think I should make? I'm trying to think about brainstorming of different videos that I should make. Leave me a suggestion right here. A genre of video, a type of video, or a specific video. If you guys have seen my Instagram story video, tell me, you know, your thoughts on that. I should do more. I should not do it. You know, whether you like it or not, just give me an answer. Room tour. I can't. You know, this is kind of my friend's house, and his room is extremely dirty. So, I've thought about reviewing rates. I've thought about interviews with my friends in different rates. As much as I would love to do that, but it's like, I don't know if the Navy would like that, you know? Me showing like other military members in a channel that they don't necessarily like all too much. So really, I would love to. Probably when I'm out of the Navy, I'll, you know, interview all my friends. But as of right now, I don't want to, you know, try to do that. PT test. PT reg. Oh, the regs for the avocado type 3s. Yeah, Jody. I think once I get the uniform and I'm able to wear it, I'll probably do a uniform review of like the functionality and stuff. I think that'll be pretty good. Because the uniforms are not at the necks yet where I am. So I can't really get them yet. I put in to go to boot camp as early as possible for a few different rates. How often does that happen? I'm tired of waiting. As long as the availability is there, like they could call you. Like, let's say you went to MEPS now, and you know, I've heard of people being shipped out for boot camp next week. You know, usually the rule of thumb is 3 months, 90 days. But you know, as long as the availability is there, you know, you could ship out anytime. Thanks for the finance videos. My goal is $1,000 a month now. Awesome. Exactly how exactly it was at boot camp. My back. Can you renew your contract with the Navy? I answered your question, Cyrus. When you re-enlist, so after my 5 years in the Navy, close to the end, they're gonna ask me, hey, do you want to re-enlist for 3 years to go to Shore Command? That's technically renewing your contract for another 3 years. Yurak, thank you for all your videos. I love a cool video that shows the ships and life on ships, or interview a vet about life in the Navy and using benefits. Let me write that down. Ships review, interview the vets, so we can be prepared. How exactly was boot camp? So we can be prepared. Okay, boot camp video. More boot camp video. Jody, when you were in boot camp, did you have to use the iPad or whatever, or did they give you the books? You rock for the okay. You should start looking into my Navy portal and explaining the website, and looks at all benefits and offers. There are a lot of people that don't know my Navy portal. That's only for like the military members though, right? Because military members have the access to link, click the links, but for civilians, the access is really denied. I'm gonna miss you, Jimmy. Yeah, you're going to boot camp like next week, right? Or like in a couple of days. Do you recommend having a job while waiting to ship out? I don't see why not, Noah. Make some money, work out, and yeah. What's your favorite MRE? I'm assuming you've had them. Yeah, I have. I've had two. I have videos about it. I forgot exactly what two MREs I've had, but you know, from my experience, I like the MREs. Only division like 183 was the only one giving the iPads. So out of 10 division, they'll probably just only try out the 10%. I do imagine it's very expensive to have all these iPads. I'm gonna miss you. I'm gonna miss you too, Jimmy. Jimmy's been with me for a very long time. Todd, that's a great idea. Okay. Monday, no boot camp recruits have iPads. Navy experimenting with books and iPads. 42 CT, that's a good idea. I love the MREs. Had a chili mac. Yeah, I think I have had a chili mac. It was something chili related. I do remember. I remember now. I think I had a chili and a taco. And a vegetarian MRE. I remember having that too. Yeah. Yeah, I think those are the two MREs that I had. Because my brother's in the Army. He's a medic. So sometimes he'll just bring an MRE. And I'll try it out. Maybe I had 3 MREs. I don't know. But, alright guys. Thank you for rib patty, my favorite MRE. So thank you for hanging out with me for an hour. I'm probably going to do another live video later on today if I have the time. If I have the time within my schedule. So thank you for hanging out with me. Let me know if you like my Instagram style story. You know, I'm thinking about doing more of those. What kind of food do they have? For what? See you in a few months. Yes, see you in a few months, Jimmy. Dupe. Zigid. Thank you. Alright guys, so talk to you later. Talk to you soon. Have a great Navy Day.